Nationally, gas prices are on a downward trend, but locally, prices seem to be creeping back up once again.
Western Mass News reporter Reagan Lokri is getting answers on why our state is experiencing these spikes in fuel costs.
And here in the Northeast, the pendulum's swinging a little bit.
Nationally, gas prices are reportedly dropping. However, Western Mass News noticed locally they still seem to be on the rise. So we decided to get answers on why that is.
We took our questions to Mark Shieldrop, a spokesperson for AAA Northeast. Shieldrop breaking down why the national average is dropping. He tells Western Mass News about a month ago, the West Coast had a severe inventory shortage, causing prices out there to spike. And now that prices in California and other Western states are starting to plummet, the national average is falling with it.
Last week, California lost about 30 cents a gallon in just 1 week. So that's what's helping push the national average down.
He agrees that gas prices in Massachusetts, particularly right here in Western Mass, have increased quite a bit recently. According to Shieldrop, we are up an average of 12 cents over the last week. Friday's average sitting at about $3.71 a gallon statewide. And Thursday, the average was $3.65 a gallon. That's an increase of 6 cents overnight. Shieldrop explains it all comes down to supply and demand. And when it comes to gas prices, states are vulnerable to local trends. He tells us right now demand is higher in the Northeast than in other parts of the country.
So maybe the economy is just a little bit more resilient here. We've been hearing a lot of talk about inflation and possible recession, but the reality is the job market's still strong. People are still driving, and we've had a nice, warm, pleasant, sunny fall. Great fall foliage, so maybe there's more people doing that kind of driving.
However, Shieldrop says supply of fuel here in the Northeast is low.
Inventories are just really down. We don't have a ton of backup gasoline or diesel or crude oil in the ground right now. So what's happening is that there's just very little room for the market to absorb a little supply issue here or there.
He expects things to even out when the colder weather creeps in, demand drops, and the gas reserves begin to stabilize. Reporting for Western Mass News, I'm Reagan Lokri.